Somewhere about 1,200 millimetres of rain per year. The wettest part of Victoria down through here. Differs quite a bit from a tropical rainforest. One, they tend to be a lot taller, but they don't tend to be as dense. And this little tree here and the other little one over there are typical of the trees we've got in here. They're all eucalyptus trees, called Eucalyptus regnans. Who did Latin at school? Who wasted their years at school? Anyone? No? Regnans means royal. So this is the king of the forest, basically. It's the tallest tree we have. They grow up to nearly 100 metres tall. We call it the tallest flowering tree in the world because we don't have the tallest tree. The tallest tree being, it's in your country.
Redwood.
The redwood, yeah. And we don't want to be outdone by the Americans, so we say it's the tallest flowering tree in the world, see, instead of the tallest tree in the world. Eucalyptus are evergreen trees. They do drop leaves, as you can see, but most of the stuff you see here is bark. Why do they drop bark? They're a bit like us. As we get older, we put on a little bit more around here. We need new clothes. So basically that's the new clothes every year. When they get to their full size, about that one there, they measure trees at about this height. They're about 2.5 metres across, and they grow to close to 100 metres in height. These used to be chopped down very much in the early 1900s because the Europeans used to refer to these as mountain ash. There's nowhere near a mountain ash, but the grain in them looks like a mountain ash, and our history is European. So they call them mountain ash trees, even though they're eucalyptus. But you can see if you were trying to make houses or furniture, there's no knots in there. It's beautiful hardwood, long timber, so people chop them down to make houses, furniture and everything else. This nowadays is totally protected. So what you see here is extremely well natural. Unfortunately, if a fire went through this one here, the only way this one regenerates is from seed. It needs a fire to grow again. So if you imagine a tree like this with a fire through here, it takes close to 70, 80 years to grow to the same height again. It cannot grow by seed unless it's had a fire through it. So it's a bit of a catch-22. We got the opportunity to walk down through here and see. You'll see a lot of the beech trees as well. Beech trees were also heavily forested in the cut down in the early 1900s. Beautiful timber again. I mean, there's a town we'll pass in about 20 minutes. It's called Beechworth. There's not a beech tree left in it because everyone chopped every tree down there. So fortunately, they've protected some of them down here. You'll also see a lot of tree ferns. The tree ferns grow about 1 centimetre per year. So as you're walking past some of these tree ferns down there that are 3 or 4